All right, guys, welcome back. After I got this thing washed up a little bit yesterday, part of the motivation for doing that was need to service the oil bath air cleaner, and that thing was filthy. I didn't even want to touch it, but I found you probably can't see that. There's a bucket of used oil on the floor there. So, my feeling on these oil bath air cleaners is, for the most part, they do not get serviced with the regularity that they should. And it says right on there, service cleaner daily, remove cup, clean cup, replace, refill to indicated oil level, engine oil, yada yada. So I like to take the cup off. The oil doesn't look too bad. Of course, now we're going to drip all over our freshly cleaned tractor. Because that's what they do. So we'll go find an old rag. We just this needs to be done to the narrow front tractor too. And you can see the cup is, I mean, it's clean where I could get to it, but on the back side it's still filthy. Normally I would do this on the bench, but the camera's already set up pointing at the tractor, so I hope there's a putty knife still over here. So we dumped the rest of the oil out of it. It's really not that bad, but there is sediment in the bottom there that is turning to solid, and that's why I try to stay on top of this. Like, I don't service it daily, and I thought one of those stickers said something to the effect of in dusty conditions more often. And since this tractor's biggest job in life nowadays is plow days, it's generally pretty dusty. So I'm gonna take it on a tractor ride, that is, Saturday. And the gas really should be shut off. Forgot that last night when I got home. Anyway, where's I going with that? And yeah, it's just a good idea to keep it serviced up. Well, I do have a putty knife here, but it's kind of big. I don't know. We'll kind of scrape this out. I don't know. Large portions of this may hit the cutting room floor. You get down about so far, brake clean becomes your best friend, obviously. I have brought tractors home and had just a little bit of oil on top, and you can see that's stuff that I'm scraping out of the bottom with the cup, and have a couple inches of this hard stuff in the bottom. And you know that they've not had the best of care, but you own them now, so like we used to say back in the trap shooting days, you pays your money, it takes your chances. So I think I will go ahead and finish cleaning this up and get it clean. The reinstallation process is not anything too earth-shattering. I read this tip on the unofficial Allis Chalmers website years ago, and it was liberating to me. The gentleman said, just use used engine oil. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's free. So that's what I do. There's more going on. I will bring you back later. All right, some time has passed, and you see this mess on this bench? That's gonna get something done with it today. All of these power adjust wheel locks are going to get put on a wire and get ready to cook. I cook them in the burn barrel. They look to me like they're all stuck. I don't think I'm even gonna try them. We're just gonna cook them because after that they come apart easy. These are going to get assessed to see if there's anything. These dust caps are good. Bolt's probably good. But they're headed for scrap. I'm tired of looking at them. These are the tie rods off the CA, which are really shot. I think they're laying here because I had intentions of saving those clamps, which I may do, but they're headed for scrap too. The red one, why is there one? Where is the other one? What have I done with you? So anyway, the red one is off the 856. I had bought new ones for it, and when I was working on the steering last year, which I wish I'd have shot video of, but that's water under the bridge, the tie rods weren't as bad as I thought they were. The problem was about 99% in the splines on the spindles. But since I had new ones and they were already painted, they went on. Okay, moving on. This is how a stupid day develops. This tire on this 149 was looking squishy. And if you look outside here, you can see and maybe hear the sun is out, it's reasonably warm, and it's very breezy again. So with a little bit of luck, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon, that tiller going into dirt, and we're gonna plant some sweet corn. So, instead of firing up the air compressor, I thought, well, I'll just go get the inflator, because I tell you what, once you've got one of them, you don't even want to mess with a air compressor. But when you're mentally challenged, you think, well, actually it wasn't even over to this yet. This tire on this 782 is got a leak. I mean, it gets blown up a lot, and it's probably gonna have to move today. I put a little air in both of these, put air in both of the fronts on the 17. Those two on that tractor were good. I put air in both of the rears. I put air in all 4 on this tractor and all 4 on that tractor, and I didn't even kick the ones on the 756 because it's not going anywhere soon. This is my little snap coupler carry-all that I built years ago. It's actually convertible. I've got points to make it fast hitch international, which is kind of handy because I take my little bit of stuff that I take on a tractor ride and put it in a box and strap her on there, and even got a SMV bracket on there. Kind of handy. I built that years ago thinking I would use it around here a lot, and tractor riding is about all it's done. So we're gonna get these ready to cook, and I'm gonna look around and see how many more of them I can find. I'm about half inclined to put the tie rods in the parts vault, but I know if I do that, they'll live there, and there's no reason for it. The ball joints are shot. I'm gonna save the castellated nuts and maybe those clamps, and then those just need to go away. But I need to get this bench cleaned off. This is ridiculous. Flat surface theory again. This is my rear view mirror that I built to take on the WHO ride last year, hence red. And I'm thinking that'd be good for Saturday. And just set that on there. But the thing about this is that magnet's not that great. But the magnet for this camera is. So we're gonna play musical magnets after a bit too. I got a lot of, oh, I might even film a little bit of this train wreck. That battery should be charged. I have deduced that if I just take the front half of the loader and the cylinders off of this 17, it will be much easier to work on. And then I can do that. I think I can get the 6080 in here and very gently remove this thing. I have the bolts, the nuts are off, but I want to get it kind of supported before I do anything. I probably ought to have some help so I don't get killed, but I guess if I get killed, you guys will never see this video and it won't matter. Yeah, so that's a big step in the right direction on this tractor. Now we're playing find the phone again. I know I left it over there. But I will, what time is it? It's 11:20. I've got to get a lot of this stuff out of here so I can get the 6080 in here, but that loader is coming off that tractor today. That has become job one. Oh, also, since we were changing oil in oil bath breathers, I have these two. Those are both for WD-45, not WD. And one of them is probably going to get taken apart at some point. And you take the steel wool out, you soak it in gas, and you set it on fire. And I did that with this. And you would be amazed at how well that works. I was gonna do that last year and I just didn't. I thought I wanted a small project, and that is a pretty small project. And as you can see, it just never happened. Now, I braved the dirt and changed the oil in this one because it actually plowed more and it had a similar amount of crap in the bottom of the cup. That wasn't bad. So we're ahead of the game there. The CA I should probably do at some point. That is a vise that I made a receiver hitch for, that if I ever get going on those rails, that goes in the receiver on the GMC because the Dodge is too high. And we pick that valve cap up off the floor. Need to look at the blades, see how sharp they are on that, because that thing's going to have to start mowing soon. I don't know. I'll just shut up now. Well, I've got the 6080 in here. I've got, this thing is ready to come off. All I've really got to do, I got to put some tension on there. I thought I'd talk to you a little bit before I start the tractor and you can't hear. And then I'm going to hit these bolts with an impact one at a time, obviously, I guess. And I hope I've got that close to the balance point. I guess that's all we can do is hope. So I'll get this camera set up here a little bit so you can see. Well, I guess if it kills me, you won't see the video, but they'll be able to reconstruct what happened. Now, or you'll just get good video of the carnage that results from stupidity. So here goes nothing, folks. Yeah, earlier those wanted to spin right out. There's one down. Well, I'm still alive. I don't think I've even broken or ruined anything yet, but not a lot of headroom in here, so we're okay. Well, that wasn't exactly according to plan. I don't know if you probably didn't see that okay. So still nothing is even damaged, so we're ahead of the game. I will re-rig and try to get that thing out of here, but the whole point in this exercise is it's going to be a whole lot easier to work on that tractor without that, just with that much. I mean, I could take the brackets off, but I think I can do what I need to do now. I don't know. The brackets may come off. At any rate, hopefully the excitement's over for a little while and I'll bring you back later.